Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're skipping the standard chat about basic AI chatbots and jumping right into one of the wildest technological shifts of the decade. We're looking at how Coinbase quietly morphed from a crypto exchange into the foundational banking layer for autonomous AI agents. We're moving incredibly fast into a world where AI acts entirely on its own. And as we'll see, that requires a completely new financial architecture. So let's just jump right in. To really wrap your head around the sheer scope of this, ask yourself, can an AI get a bank account? It's a massive real-world problem. Right now, artificial intelligence is incredibly smart. I mean, it can pass the bar exam, write complex software, and chew through terabytes of data in seconds. But despite all that intelligence, AI is entirely unbanked. It can't exactly walk into a Chase branch with a passport, right? It can't pass KYC checks. If an AI wants to buy a piece of data, rent a server, or, say, hire another AI to help it finish a task, traditional finance just completely blocks it at the door. To unpack exactly how this is being solved, we actually relied on our own quirky AI researcher, Claude Auto Research Agent. Claude dug deep into off-chain data and the product history of these emerging tech stacks to compile this report for us. And hey, if you want to read the full research report and see the primary sources we used to build this, be sure to check the explainer description below. So the solution to this whole banking problem comes down to one absolutely brilliant realization from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. He put it perfectly. AI agents cannot get bank accounts, but they can get crypto wallets. Think about it. A crypto wallet is literally just math. It's a cryptographic key on a decentralized network. There's no branch manager demanding a driver's license. This single realization perfectly bridges the gap between the AI banking problem and the crypto solution. And this kicks off what's now known as the agentic economy. Essentially, it's an emerging paradigm where AI agents autonomously perform tasks, purchase services, and transact value on our behalf with almost zero human intervention. Think of it like a future where your personal AI assistant actually has its own budget to buy things for you. But for this economy to actually work, just being smart isn't enough. These agents need wallets to hold value, they need incredibly fast and cheap payment rails to move that value, and they need discovery mechanisms to find the services they actually want to buy. Now, you might be wondering, why is Coinbase leading this charge? Well, long before ChatGPT and public AI tools took over the internet, Coinbase was quietly building massive machine learning muscle internally. Pre-2024, they were already deploying complex graph-based algorithms for fraud detection, using deep learning to monitor transactions in real time, and utilizing ML to predict traffic spikes to keep their servers from crashing during crypto bull runs. They already had all this elite AI engineering talent in-house. They just hadn't pointed it outward at public developer tools yet. Okay, let's walk through this timeline, because the speed at which this transitioned from internal tech to public infrastructure is honestly just staggering. From late 2024 to early 2026, Coinbase went on an absolute tear. In October, a developer released a template called Based Agent, which allowed anyone to spin up an AI with a wallet in like 3 minutes. A month later, Coinbase officially launched AgentKit. By May 2025, they had fundamentally altered internet payment protocols, and by early 2026, they were rolling out dedicated agentic wallets. Let's break these down, starting with AgentKit. AgentKit, which launched in November 2024, was a massive unlock. It essentially gave developers a plug-and-play way to wire a large language model, like an OpenAI or Claude model, directly to a live crypto wallet in just a matter of hours. The real beauty of AgentKit is its neutrality. It's totally framework agnostic, meaning it works with LangChain or ELIZA, and it's wallet agnostic too. Out of the box, it gave AI agents the ability to execute over 50 different on-chain actions across networks like Base, Ethereum, Mainnet, and Solana. Suddenly, overnight, the AI had hands and a wallet. But giving an AI a wallet is really only half the battle. It also needs a way to talk to servers and pay them efficiently. And this brings us to May 2025 and the invention of the X402 protocol, which effectively created internet-native machine money. If you've ever clicked a broken web link, you know the 404 not founder, right? Well, decades ago, the creators of the internet actually built a 402 payment required code, but it sat completely dormant for years because we didn't have the digital money to make it work. Coinbase revived this dormant HTTP status code specifically for AI micropayments. Think of this process as a brilliantly simple robot vending machine standard. Step 1, an AI agent requests a piece of data from a server. Step 2, the server automatically blocks it and returns that 402 payment required code. Step 3, the AI agent, using its new crypto wallet, instantly constructs a micropayment signature in USDC stablecoins and sends it right back in the web header. Step 4, the server verifies it and hands over the data. This entire cycle happens in a single 200-millisecond round trip. No human logging in, no typing in a credit card number, just machines seamlessly trading digital dollars for data. And if you want to know how much pent-up demand there was for something like this, 169 million. That's how many payments the ZIX42 protocol processed in its very first year alone. It just exploded, scaling across hundreds of thousands of buyers and sellers. AI agents were finally unleashed to scrape the web, buy compute power, and trade with one another without being blocked by legacy payment gateways. Now, as the scale exploded, the infrastructure had to mature. We went from AgentKit, that initial broad developer toolkit we discussed, which was great for building the first wave of agents, to dedicated agentic wallets by February 2026. This was strictly hardened infrastructure built for safe, always-on, autonomous operation. It features gasless trading on Base, so the AI doesn't have to stress over complex network fees. But more importantly, it features programmable spending limits and enclave-isolated key management. That ensures that even if an AI goes completely rogue or starts hallucinating, its private keys are totally locked down and its spending is capped. But as these agents became more and more independent, a new problem popped up: trust. How does a server actually know if it's interacting with a legitimate AI acting on behalf of a real user or just some malicious spam bot? In March 2026, a major partnership tackled this head-on when Sam Altman's World integrated with Coinbase. This allowed an autonomous AI agent to carry cryptographic proof that it was backed by a unique, biometrically verified human. It securely attaches human identity to autonomous software, which effectively prevents fraud and limits abuse without slowing down the agent's ability to transact instantly. All of this infrastructure ultimately culminates into a true ecosystem, agentic.market. Launched in April 2026, you can basically think of this as the App Store for bots. It's a public marketplace where an AI agent can autonomously discover and hire other bots. Like, if your AI needs better reasoning skills, it can go here and pay an OpenAI or Anthropic agent. If it needs financial data, it can hire a Bloomberg bot. Agents are now discovering, integrating, and paying for infrastructure entirely on their own. And hey, if you needed proof that this isn't just some fringe crypto niche, look at what happened in May 2026. Amazon Web Services, literally the largest enterprise cloud provider in the world, embedded these exact crypto payment rails natively into their enterprise AI platform. They launched Amazon Bedrock Agent Core Payments, built directly in partnership with Coinbase and Stripe. So now, enterprise developers using AWS can have their AI tools natively settle payments in USDC over the X402 protocol in just 200 milliseconds. Traditional enterprise software has officially adopted crypto rails for AI commerce. It's also super interesting to see that Coinbase is eating its own cooking here. They've actually deployed AI virtual teammates internally. And these aren't just your standard HR chatbots. They are agents modeled after Coinbase's own co-founders. They have Fred, modeled after Fred Ehrsam, acting as a strategic assistant for document analysis and long-term planning. And then they have Balaji, modeled after Balaji Srinivasan, whose explicit job is to basically question assumptions and generate a bit of creative chaos within the company's Slack channels. However, this aggressive shift toward AI-native operations does have very real-world impacts. In May 2026, Coinbase underwent a 14% workforce reduction. The company publicly stated this restructuring was to eliminate layers of management and form AI-native pods, or single-person teams, direct multiple AI agents to do the work previously handled by much larger groups. Now, it's worth noting that market analysts debate the exact causality here, whether this was a pure efficiency play driven entirely by AI, or just a standard business cycle reduction layered with a shiny AI narrative. But either way, the result is the exact same. The fundamental structure of the human workforce is changing. Which leaves us with this final, honestly profound question from Brian Armstrong's vision. If we rebuild businesses as pure intelligences, what happens when humans just align the economy around the edges? We've seen how AI went from unbanked code to fully autonomous economic actors holding crypto wallets, negotiating on app stores, and paying for enterprise servers in milliseconds. The infrastructure for the agentic economy isn't a pipe dream. It's already here and operating. So the real question now is, as these autonomous agents take on more and more of the daily economic load, what exactly does the human role become? Thanks for joining us for this explainer. We'll see you next time.